Have you ever shared a big goal with someone, maybe a friend, a family member, or even on social media, and felt an instant rush of excitement? You get their smiles, their nods, their encouragement. For a moment, it feels like you're already halfway to achieving it. But here's the truth. That feeling is an illusion. Talking about your goals can often trick your mind into thinking you've made progress when in reality, you haven't taken a single step. Think about this for a moment. Every time you announce your plans, you're not just sharing words. You're sharing energy. You're giving away the fuel you could be using to take action. Instead of keeping that focus for yourself, you're spreading it thin, chasing validation, approval, or even just a moment of applause. And while that might feel good in the short term, it doesn't bring you any closer to the finish line. Now, imagine this. Instead of telling people what you're going to do, you channel all that energy into actually doing it. No distractions, no unnecessary pressure, no one else's opinions weighing you down. Just pure, focused action. When you stop talking and start doing, you create something much more powerful. Results. Results that speak for themselves. Why does this work? Because keeping your goals to yourself sharpens your focus. It protects your drive and creates a sense of quiet accountability. You're no longer working for the approval of others. You're working for yourself. And when your results finally show, they won't need an explanation. They'll speak louder than any promise you could have made. So here's the question. What if, starting today, you stopped announcing your plans and simply let your actions do all the talking? What if you surprised everyone? Not with what you say you're going to do, but with what you actually accomplish. In this video, we're going to explore why keeping your goals private might be the most powerful thing you can do for your success. We'll uncover the psychology behind it, the practical benefits, and how it aligns with the timeless wisdom of Jim Rohn. Get ready to rethink how you approach your goals and unlock a whole new level of focus, discipline, and achievement. Let's begin. 2. Main message. At the heart of success lies a powerful yet simple truth. Your actions speak louder than your words. When you decide to keep your goals private, you take away the temptation to seek approval or validation from others. Instead, you create an environment where your energy is solely dedicated to what matters most, taking consistent, focused action. Why is it so powerful to not share your goals with others? It comes down to this. Words are easy. Anybody can talk about what they want to do, what they plan to achieve. But actions are a different story. Actions require discipline, effort, and, above all, persistence. It's easy to say you're going to run a marathon, but it's far harder to put in the hours of training, to wake up early every day, and to push yourself even when you feel like quitting. When you talk about your goals, you may get instant gratification. People might praise your ambition, or even tell you how great your idea is. But the problem with this is that it creates a false sense of accomplishment. Your brain, feeling the rush of acknowledgement, may trick you into thinking you've already made progress. And once you receive that validation, the drive to actually put in the work can fade. You may lose the hunger, the urgency to keep moving forward, because you've already been rewarded for talking about it. Now, consider the alternative. When you keep your plans to yourself, you force yourself to work for the sake of working. There's no external validation to chase, no one to impress, just you and your goal. It creates a quiet, almost private form of discipline. You push forward because you want to see the result, not because you want praise. You don't need anyone else to cheer you on. You cheer for yourself by taking the next step, the next action. This leads to one of the most important truths about success. Results don't lie. Your actions, when focused and consistent, will always produce tangible outcomes. These results speak for themselves. No one needs to hear about your grand plans or your dreams. They'll see the transformation in your life. Whether you're building a business, improving your health, or learning a new skill, the proof will be in the progress you've made. Consider this. When you do the work and keep your head down, when you're not constantly announcing your moves to the world, you don't give others a chance to form opinions about your journey. People often love to offer advice or share doubts, especially when they don't fully understand what you're trying to do. By keeping your goals to yourself, you shield yourself from unnecessary outside influences. You can follow your own path, make mistakes, and learn without the weight of others' expectations on your shoulders. Another benefit of working in silence is the element of surprise. Have you ever been amazed by someone's success, only to later discover they have been quietly working on their goals for years? There's something incredibly powerful about revealing the fruits of your labor only when they are fully ripe. It's like a seed planted in the ground, nourished and cultivated without anyone's attention. Then one day, it blossoms into something beautiful, something unexpected. The impact is greater because it's not anticipated. People respect what they didn't see coming. This idea is why some of the most successful people you know, whether they're entrepreneurs, artists, athletes, or leaders, prefer to work in silence. They don't waste time telling the world what they plan to do. Instead, they focus on the work and let their results speak for themselves. It's a strategy of quiet confidence, where the journey is just as important as the destination. By keeping your goals to yourself, you remove the distractions of praise and pressure. You stop relying on the opinions of others, and instead, you build the discipline to stay committed to your own journey. You are no longer dependent on external validation. Your progress is the validation you need. The more you focus on action, the stronger your momentum grows, and the more inevitable your success becomes. There's a profound power in saying less and doing more. The quieter you are about your ambitions, the louder your achievements will resonate. It's not about showing off or seeking attention. It's about letting your hard work speak for itself. The world doesn't need to know what you're going to do. They'll know by what you've already done. So, why is it powerful to keep your goals private? Because it aligns you with one of the most timeless principles of success. Don't talk about what you're going to do. Just do it. Your actions will build your credibility. Your results will create a story that no words could ever tell. And in the end, the only thing that will matter is what you've accomplished, not what you said you would do. Let your life, your progress, and your results become the message. Don't announce your plans. Let your actions speak louder than any words ever could. 3 supporting points. 1. Benefits of focused action. How staying quiet about goals improves focus and reduces distractions. When you keep your goals to yourself, you protect your focus. Instead of spending time talking about what you plan to do, you can put all your energy into actually doing it. Think about how much time we spend explaining ourselves or seeking validation. Every time we talk about our goals, we lose a bit of that focus, and we allow other people's opinions to distract us. By staying quiet, you eliminate that outside noise. Keeping your goals private means you can go all in on your work without worrying about what others think. When you don't tell anyone what you're doing, you're less likely to get sidetracked by unnecessary conversations or doubts from others. You can work with peace of mind, knowing that all your attention is going toward what really matters, your progress. The more you focus on action, the more your confidence grows and the more momentum you build. And that's how you turn your dreams into reality. 2. The risk of oversharing. How talking too much about plans can dilute motivation and invite unnecessary pressure. There's a real danger in talking too much about your goals. When you share every step of your plan, it can give you a false sense of accomplishment. People may praise you or show excitement about your ideas, but that praise can trick your brain into thinking you've already made progress. It feels like you've already achieved something, but in reality, the work hasn't even started. On top of that, oversharing can create unnecessary pressure. When others know your plans, they start forming expectations. They may ask questions or give advice, which can distract you from your original vision. You might even start questioning yourself, wondering if you're doing it the right way, or whether you should change your approach based on what others think. Keeping your goals to yourself helps you avoid these distractions. When you don't have to explain yourself, you're free to stay focused and make decisions without the fear of disappointing anyone or living up to their expectations. You work on your terms, without feeling the weight of external opinions. 3. Surprising others with results. Why delivering results without prior announcements is more impactful. There's something incredibly powerful about surprising people with your results. Imagine you've been working hard toward a goal, quietly and consistently, without telling anyone what you're up to. Then one day, you show them what you've achieved. The impact is much greater when you let your results speak for themselves. People are more impressed by what you've done than by what you said you were going to do. By keeping your plans to yourself, you leave room for curiosity. No one knows what you're working on, so when the results finally appear, they're unexpected. This creates a sense of admiration and respect. You didn't need to talk about your goal to prove you could achieve it. The work you did and the success you created do all the talking. This approach also builds credibility. When you keep your progress quiet, you let your results be the proof of your ability. People start to recognize that you're someone who doesn't waste time talking. You just take action and deliver. And when those results come, they're more impactful because they were earned in silence, not promised in conversation. 3. Jim Rohn's perspective. Jim Rohn's teachings are timeless because they focus on the simple, powerful principles that lead to success: discipline, humility, and self-improvement. Rohn believed that the path to greatness is not paved with empty words or grand announcements, but with consistent, disciplined actions. He often reminded us that success is a product of our habits, not our intentions. One of his most impactful quotes is, "Don't wish it were easier, wish you were better." This quote perfectly encapsulates the idea that success is not about waiting for the right moment or for things to become easier. It's about personal growth and self-improvement. When you keep your goals to yourself, you avoid the temptation to talk about how hard things are or seek sympathy from others. Instead, you focus on becoming better, taking actions that improve your skills and character every day. The work you put in becomes your real reward, and this aligns perfectly with Jim Rohn's belief that our greatest achievements come from becoming better versions of ourselves. Talking about goals doesn't make you better. Working toward them does. Jim Rohn also emphasized the power of small, consistent actions. He often said, "Success is nothing more than a few simple disciplines, practiced every day." This quote speaks directly to the heart of why keeping your goals quiet and focusing on action is so powerful. Success doesn't come from big, dramatic announcements. It comes from the small, everyday actions that we do consistently over time. The more you talk about what you plan to do, the less time you spend actually doing it. But when you keep your plans to yourself, you're free to focus on the discipline required to turn them into reality. The journey of success is built in the quiet moments, when no one is watching. It's about showing up every day, doing the work, and staying focused. Humility was another cornerstone of Jim Rohn's philosophy. He taught us that true greatness doesn't come from seeking attention or praise. It comes from doing the work quietly, without expecting recognition. He once said, "Humility is not thinking less of yourself, but thinking of yourself less." By keeping your goals to yourself, you practice humility. You don't need to tell the world about every plan or every challenge you're facing. Instead, you let your actions speak for themselves. Humility allows you to stay grounded, to focus on the process, and to let your results do the talking. When you're humble, you don't need to seek validation. You just keep doing the work, knowing that the results will speak for your efforts. One of Jim Rohn's most memorable quotes is, "Let others lead small lives, but not you. Let others argue over small things, but not you. Let others cry over small hurts, but not you. Let others leave their futures in someone else's hands, but not you." This quote encourages us to rise above the distractions and small-mindedness that often derail our progress. It's a call to focus on what truly matters: your future, your success, and your personal growth. This is exactly why keeping your goals to yourself is so powerful. It prevents you from getting caught up in unnecessary conversations or distractions. By focusing on your own path and not letting others' opinions affect you, you create space for true self-improvement. You take full responsibility for your future, and you act with intention, knowing that your results will speak louder than words ever could. Jim Rohn's philosophy consistently reminds us that success is a product of disciplined action, not idle talk. He taught us that instead of talking about what we plan to do, we should simply do it and let the results speak for themselves. When you stop seeking validation and focus on the work, your actions become a reflection of your character, and your success becomes undeniable. By adopting Jim Rohn's mindset, letting go of the need to announce your plans, and focusing on disciplined action, you align yourself with the core principles of personal development and self-mastery. The true measure of success lies not in what you say, but in what you do. And as Rohn often said, the major value in life is not what you get. The major value in life is what you become. So, instead of talking about what you're going to do, become the person who does it. Let your actions define you. For Jim Rohn's perspective, Jim Rohn's teachings on discipline, humility, and self-improvement have had a profound impact on countless people striving for success. His philosophy emphasizes that success isn't just about what you say. It's about what you do consistently over time. Jim Rohn understood that actions are the true measure of our commitment to our goals. And this mindset aligns perfectly with the idea of letting your actions speak louder than words. One of Rohn's most memorable quotes is, "Don't wish it were easier. Wish you were better." This quote encapsulates the very essence of Jim Rohn's approach to success. Instead of focusing on how tough things may seem or wishing that circumstances were different, he challenges us to focus on becoming better. The key is not to avoid difficulties or to tell others about your struggles, but to continually improve ourselves through consistent action. Success doesn't come from talking about your challenges. It comes from confronting them head-on and learning from each experience. When you keep your goals to yourself and focus on the work at hand, you are honing the skills and discipline that will lead to success. Rohn believed that if you improve yourself daily, the external world will eventually align with your growth. Another powerful quote from Jim Rohn that relates to the importance of discipline is, "Success is nothing more than a few simple disciplines practiced every day." This quote reinforces the idea that success is not a grand event, but a series of small, disciplined actions repeated consistently. When you keep your plans private and devote your energy to executing them quietly, you are embracing Rohn's philosophy of daily discipline. The key to real success isn't in telling others what you plan to do. It's in doing the work without the need for recognition or praise. By focusing on consistent, disciplined actions, you build the foundation for long-term success. It's in the quiet moments of dedication, when no one is watching, that true progress happens. Your actions, not your words, will lead to the results you desire. Jim Rohn also stressed the importance of humility throughout his teachings. One of his most insightful quotes is, "Humility is not thinking less of yourself, but thinking of yourself less." This principle of humility connects deeply with the idea of keeping your goals to yourself. When you focus too much on talking about your plans, you seek validation, praise, or approval from others. But Rohn reminded us that true humility isn't about downplaying our worth. It's about focusing on the work and the journey, rather than on seeking attention for ourselves. When you remain silent about your goals and put all your energy into achieving them, you embody true humility. Instead of being concerned with how others perceive your dreams, you keep your focus on the tasks that will help you grow and succeed. Your humility allows your results to speak for themselves, eliminating the need for boastful words or self-promotion. In another well-known quote, Jim Rohn said, "Let others lead small lives, but not you. Let others argue over small things, but not you. Let others cry over small hurts, but not you. Let others leave their futures in someone else's hands, but not you." This quote serves as a reminder to stay focused on what truly matters, your own growth and future. It's a call to take full responsibility for your actions and to stop waiting for others to validate your choices. When you keep your goals private, you free yourself from distractions, expectations, and unnecessary judgments. You're not bogged down by the opinions of others or by their small concerns. Instead, you focus on the bigger picture, on your personal journey, and on your own path to success. By keeping your plans quiet, you retain control over your future, and you don't allow other small minds or distractions to derail you. Jim Rohn frequently emphasized that true success comes from within and is a result of who we become, not just what we achieve. One of his most impactful quotes captures the sentiment. The major value in life is not what you get. The major value in life is what you become. This quote shifts the focus from external achievements to internal growth. Success isn't just about accumulating wealth, recognition, or accolades. It's about becoming the type of person who is capable of achieving those things. By keeping your goals private and focusing on your daily actions, you are cultivating the person you need to be in order to achieve real success. The process of self-improvement through quiet, consistent action is what truly transforms your life. As Rohn taught, when you stop talking about your goals and start working toward them, you begin to evolve into the person who is worthy of those achievements. Jim Rohn also often spoke about the importance of taking responsibility for your life and your future. He believed that success is ultimately in our hands, and that the decisions we make today shape the future we experience tomorrow. As he said, you cannot change your destination overnight, but you can change your direction overnight. This quote emphasizes the power of choice and the importance of action. When you choose to keep your goals to yourself and focus on the work, you are choosing a direction of growth, success, and self-improvement. Your actions, no matter how small, are the steps that lead you to your destination. By staying quiet about your plans and investing your energy into making them a reality, you ensure that you are always moving forward, no matter how slowly. The journey may be long, but as Jim Rohn reminds us, it's the direction we choose that defines where we end up. In summary, Jim Rohn's philosophy is all about the power of disciplined action, humility, and personal responsibility. His teachings remind us that success comes not from talking about what we want to do, but from doing the work quietly and consistently. By focusing on daily disciplines, not seeking external validation, and taking responsibility for our own future, we begin to see real results. Rohn's belief in letting actions speak louder than words aligns perfectly with the idea that true success is built in the silence of personal effort. So, take his wisdom to heart. Stop talking about what you plan to do and start doing it. Let your actions speak for themselves, and in time, your results will be the loudest testimony to your success. 5. Call to action. Now, I want to challenge you. Yes, you, to take control of your success in a way that will not only change how you approach your goals, but will redefine the way you show up in the world. For the next 30 days, I challenge you to focus solely on your actions. Don't tell anyone what you're working on. Let your results do the talking. Think about this for a moment. What would happen if, for the next 30 days, you completely shifted your focus away from talking about your dreams and started pouring your energy into actually doing the work? The key here is consistency, not conversation. Imagine how much you could accomplish in just 1 month if you dedicated every ounce of your effort to your craft, to your goals, and to your personal growth, without ever feeling the need to explain, justify, or share your progress with anyone. You see, the true power of success lies in the quiet work you put in when no one is watching. The world doesn't need to know every step of your journey. It needs to see the results. So, here's what I challenge you to do and how you can stay committed to this mindset. 1. Journaling progress. Start by setting aside time every day to journal your thoughts, progress, and feelings about the work you're doing. This will be your personal record, a space to reflect on what's working and where you can improve. Don't think of this as a time for self-criticism, but as an opportunity to stay grounded and track your development. You will notice shifts in your mindset, your approach, and your discipline as you commit to writing down your actions. By looking back at your journal after 30 days, you'll see how much you've grown, and you'll be amazed by how your dedication has paid off. 2. Set silent milestones. Instead of telling others about the goals you're working towards, set small, personal milestones that reflect your commitment to growth. These milestones should be meaningful to you, whether it's completing a specific project, mastering a new skill, or simply staying consistent in your routine. These should not be things you announce to the world, but personal achievements that validate your progress. Each small milestone is a quiet victory, and with every one, you'll feel the momentum building. Remember, it's not about the celebration. It's about what that milestone represents in terms of your personal dedication and progress. 3. Limit social sharing. It's tempting to share every step of your journey, especially when you're excited about your progress. But for the next 30 days, I want you to limit how much you share on social media or with others. Instead of broadcasting your plans, put your energy into creating something real, something impactful. This doesn't mean you have to cut people out or stop sharing your life entirely, but reduce the need to announce everything. The less time you spend telling people what you're doing, the more time you have to actually do it. This will not only increase your productivity, but also eliminate the distractions and pressures that come with others' expectations. Focus on your work, not your words. 4. Measure your results. At the end of 30 days, the only thing that matters is whether or not your actions have produced results. Instead of discussing your plans with others, make sure you are tracking your own progress. Set clear goals at the beginning of this challenge and evaluate your progress each week. This gives you a measurable way to see the fruits of your labor. You might have days where it feels slow or even frustrating, but by measuring your results, you'll see that your consistent actions are taking you closer to your goals. Results are the ultimate proof that you're on the right path. And as you keep pushing forward, those results will be all the validation you need. 5. Stay focused and disciplined. The world is full of distractions, and people often have opinions or judgments about the way we approach our goals. But as Jim Rohn taught us, success is a result of discipline, not distraction. You must remain focused on your journey and block out the noise. The pressure to explain yourself or justify your choices will always be there, but your focus and discipline are what will carry you through. When you commit to this challenge, you're creating a habit of sticking to your goals, no matter how hard or uncomfortable it gets. Stay focused, stay committed, and let your actions do the talking. The more you tune out the distractions, the more you'll see how much you can truly achieve when you stay consistent. 6. Embrace the power of silence. There's a certain magic in silence. When you stop talking and start doing, your work becomes your message. Over the next 30 days, embrace the quiet. Let your actions speak for you. There's no need for validation or applause before you've achieved something significant. The process itself is the most important part. Allow the silence to motivate you to keep going, even when it feels tough. It's in this quiet space where growth happens, where real work is done, and where your true potential begins to shine. 7. Be proud of the journey, not the applause. By the end of this challenge, you'll have experienced something incredible. The satisfaction of knowing that your hard work, dedication, and focus have paid off. You won't need anyone else to recognize it. Your results will do all the talking. The pride you feel at the end of this month will come from knowing you stayed disciplined, kept your goals private, and saw them through to the end. That quiet pride is something that no one can take away from you. In summary, take this 30-day challenge seriously. Focus on your actions. Your results will speak louder than any words ever could. When you stop sharing your every move and start acting with intention, you give yourself the opportunity to show the world just how committed you are to success. Your results will be undeniable. This is your time to prove that actions really do speak louder than words. So, let's get started. For the next 30 days, stop talking and start doing. Let your actions be your message. You've got this. As we reach the conclusion of this journey, I want you to truly take this in. Your future is not determined by what you say, but by what you do. The path to success is paved with consistent action, and it's built from the quiet, daily efforts that no one else may see but will ultimately speak volumes through the results you create. You are the architect of your future, and the beautiful thing is, you have the power to design it. Every day you wake up, you're given an opportunity to step closer to your dreams. It's not about waiting for the perfect moment or looking for someone's approval. It's about waking up and committing to your vision with discipline, with focus, and most importantly, with action. Jim Rohn once said, "The day you plant the seed is not the day you eat the fruit." Think about that. When you plant a seed, you don't see the tree grow overnight. But that doesn't mean growth isn't happening. Beneath the surface, change is occurring. The same applies to you and your goals. You may not see immediate results, but each step you take, each action you perform, brings you closer to that harvest. It's about showing up day after day and trusting the process. The world doesn't need to hear about your dreams. They will see them in your results. And believe me, the results will speak for themselves. It's easy to get caught up in the excitement of sharing your goals, your ambitions, your plans. But here's the truth. When you talk about what you're going to do, it can be a form of instant gratification. It's a brief moment of recognition or approval from others. But that's not where real success comes from. Jim Rohn also said, "Don't wish it were easier. Wish you were better." Success doesn't come from talking about it. It comes from the hard work, the discipline, and the dedication that you put in when no one else is looking. Success is about improving yourself every day, focusing on becoming the best version of yourself, and letting your actions show the world what you're capable of. So, for the next 30 days, I challenge you to be intentional about your work and the way you approach your goals. Keep them private. Keep them close to your heart, and keep them as a quiet commitment to yourself. Stop talking about what you plan to do, and start showing people what you've done. The power of silence is real. In a world where everyone is talking, the people who make real change are the ones who are quietly working. You don't need the validation of others to move forward. In fact, the less you seek attention or approval, the more energy and focus you have for your work. The less you speak about your goals, the more you can concentrate on achieving them. And trust me, when you deliver results that speak for themselves, they will create their own noise. People will notice the change, the progress, the growth. Your success will resonate with them in a way that words never could. Here's something I want you to remember. Success is nothing more than a few simple disciplines, practiced every day. It's not about doing something massive and extraordinary. It's about doing what you need to do, day in and day out, with relentless consistency. It's about showing up even when no one is watching. It's about building those small daily habits that lead to big transformations over time. You may not be able to change the world overnight, but you can change your own world by the actions you take today. So, as you go forward from here, make a commitment to yourself. Choose discipline over distractions, focus over chatter, and action over talk. Let your work do the talking for you. When you stay true to your vision, when you stay committed to your discipline, the results will follow. You don't need to convince anyone that you can do it. Your results will do all the talking. People will see your commitment, your progress, and your success, and that will be the most powerful message you can send. And remember, the path to success is not a straight line. There will be challenges. There will be moments of doubt. But every single step, no matter how small, counts. Every effort adds up. The quiet moments where you're not sharing your every move are the moments where real growth happens. Embrace the process. Trust in your ability. Keep your goals to yourself, and let your actions be the proof of your determination. In the words of Jim Rohn, your life does not get better by chance. It gets better by change. The change begins with you, with the small, consistent actions you take every day. Your future is in your hands. You are the creator of your own success story. Now, let's get to work. Focus, act, and let your results do the talking.